Bryozoans live in the oceans worldwide, except for Antarctica. Most species thrive in warm, shallow tropical waters. Here they attach to hard surfaces like rock, shells, and kelp found on the seafloor. Colonies flourish most during the spring and summer months before dying back in the winter. Bryozoan colonies grow by cloning themselves throughout the budding to expand. If a part of a colony breaks off, that fragment can regrow into an entirely new colony. Colonies can also reproduce sexually by releasing sperm and eggs into the water to form new colonies. Bryozoans are filter feeders that use tiny tentacles to trap microorganisms for food. These tentacles surround their mouth and catch nutrients from the water. Common food sources are diatoms and algae floating in the ocean. Bryozoan colonies face predators like sea urchins and some species of fish that eat them. Colonies also die back each winter when conditions are less hospitable. The bryozoans that survive resume growing in the spring and go through a rapid cloning to rebuild colonies. Despite the seasonal diebacks in predators, bryozoan colonies tend to grow quickly.
Most bryozoans form colonies and are therefore not mobile. However, there are select few non-colonial species that are able to move with the waves and between grains of sand. The developmental patterns of bryozoa are related to the fact they are hermaphroditic, meaning they possess both female and male reproductive structures. Their larvae are positively phototaxic, meaning they move towards a light source. Once they develop, they become negatively phototaxic, sink to the ocean floor, and assess the surroundings to see if it's suitable to settle. Once they find a suitable area, they secrete a sticky substance which allows them to begin the formation of a new colony. Bryozoans are also very valuable to humans. As filter feeders, they intake, filter, and recirculate water. 1 square meter colony can filter nearly 50,000 gallons of seawater in a year, helping keep eutrophication at a minimum and improving water quality. Bacteria living inside bryozoans have also been found to contain compounds of potentially anti-cancer drugs. Bryostatin has been used for the treatment of melanoma, breast cancer, colon cancer, and lung cancer.
A phylogenetic tree represents the evolutionary relationship among different species or groups based on various types of data, such as genetic sequences, morphological traits, or combination of both. It aims to illustrate the overall evolutionary history and relatedness among organisms. Its conceptual tree diagram that showcases the divergence and branching of species from common ancestors. The branches can represent genetic distances, morphological changes, or evolutionary metrics. Phylogenetic trees can be constructed using different methods, including distance-based methods like neighboring, joining, maximum likelihood, or Bayesian interference. They can incorporate various types of data to determine relationships. A DNA tree, more specifically, refers to a phylogenetic tree constructed based on explicitly genetic information, partially DNA sequences. It represents the evolutionary relationships among organisms by analyzing the differences and similarities in their DNA sequence. This tree is built by comparing DNA sequences from different species or groups. It uses genetic markers such as nucleotide sequences from specific genes or regions of the genome. It determines relatedness and constructed the tree. In essence, while a phylogenetic tree represents the evolutionary relationships using various types of data, a DNA tree specifically focuses on utilizing DNA sequences data to construct the tree and reveal evolutionary connections among organisms based on their genetic makeup. The DNA tree is a subset of phylogenetic trees that emphasize genetic information to depict evolutionary relationships.
In Earth's history, the Cambrian and late Precambrian periods are known for the emergence of various life forms in the Cambrian explosion. However, one group, the Bryozoa, was notably missing from the fossil record. The Bryozoa, an animal group with a rich fossil history, made a unique entrance into the scene. It wasn't until the early Ordovician that the secrets of bryozoans were revealed in ancient Earth rocks. The oldest known fossil bryozoans appeared during this time, marking their first appearance in the geological records. These fossils introduced us to 2 major marine groups within the Bryozoa: the Stenolemmata with tubular and branching forms, and the Gymnolemmata with box-like and colonial structures. Unlike other animal groups, Bryozoa kept their story hidden during the Cambrian explosion and late Precambrian periods. Currently, as we uncover its past, the Bryozoan's fashionably late entrant adds intrigue to the story of their life's evolution. Current molecular evidence confidently classifies Bryozoa within the larger category of Lophotrochozoa. However, its exact position within this group remains unclear, prompting researchers to investigate further. In a significant study by Garabit et al. At 2007 and Dunn et al. In 2008, they carefully examined molecular evidence. Surprisingly, EST data suggested placing Bryozoa in Platyzoa, adding complexity to the puzzle. As more species were studied, a strong case for the Polyzoa emerged, a group that includes Bryozoa, Entoprocta, and Cycleophora, as suggested by Cavalier-Smith in 1998 and Hedgenall et al. In 2009. However, the statistical support for this grouping was uncertain, leading to questions about the reliability of these proposed relationships. Struck et al. In 2014 attempted to clarify by excluding terminals with significant missing data, providing robust support for the Polyzoa clade. Yet Nesnedal et al. In 2013 injected a note of caution, suggesting that a monophyletic polyzoa might be an artifact induced by compositional bias, highlighting the intricate challenges in molecular phylogenetic studies. To this day, as scientists continue to unravel the mysteries of bryozoan evolution, each piece of evidence contributes to their ever-growing story.